What up, everybody? Welcome back to the Between Friends podcast. I'm your host, B.English. Listen, we're going to jump right on in where we left off with the B3 episode, and BB about to rant her life away. Should friends dabble with exes? What's the code? Does loyalty come in the mix? I mean, what is your take on this very hypothetical scenario? We also going to get into a little bit of our coming out stories and also how society views us as gay black women. Even Dory jumps in for a quick little minute. I mean, what can I say? This is the Between Friends podcast. So listen, please send any kind of questions or comments to the Between Friends podcast at gmail.com. Again, that's the Between Friends podcast at gmail.com. This is an IMIS production. This is just me and my guests talking shit and rocking out. So please press play and enjoy. Peace. Making themselves a victim.
Absolutely. Exactly. I just say deal with it.
Narcissism.
And then you ask yourself, does that friend think, well, you could at least came to me and talked to me? Once again, put yourself, when you were in that same scenario, did you go to the other person and talk to them when you did the exact same thing? Absolutely not. Therefore, you can't be mad if somebody don't want to come tell you that they talking to somebody you used to talk to, because you didn't talk to somebody. You done talk to somebody that your friend used to talk to, and you didn't give them the benefit of the doubt to have that conversation. Now, did you?
Cut audio. Cut the audio.
I'm so glad I can edit this shit out.
Cut the audio, nigga.
That's a valid point, though.
No, that's a valid point.
The reason why she's saying this. Can you stop this?
No.
Hell no to the no. Another point about this is, I genuinely feel that if you're gonna talk to, or if you're gonna talk to somebody that your friend wants to talk to, don't do it just for the hell of it. Because I feel like, you know what I mean? It's just gonna, don't stir the pot if you don't plan to eat all of it. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, we don't know life. We don't know how it's going to work. But I definitely feel like if you just want to play, keep that shit on the DL. Yeah. I genuinely believe, like, don't tell anybody, don't disclose what's going on. But if you, and I even say, do it on the DL first. If it gets serious, your feelings are in it, their feelings are in it, 100% balls to the wall. But
balls to the wall.
Balls to the wall.
I mean, okay.
But I definitely believe in keeping some shit to yourself till you know what it is anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's not just in this scenario. That's just period. I mean, shit. I damn near kept Dory a secret till I knew she was
a keeper. Go for what you want, Dory. Go, Dory.
Go, Dory.
No, I mean, I agree. Go with energy. You know, I'm an energy person. So shit. If it work, it work. If it don't, it don't. All right. Now, this is like, it really does have anything to do with our personal life. This one really doesn't. Just this question. Okay. Because we're such like a close, like knit group of friends, right? Like we're family. I got a question for you.
Okay.
So let's say I was out. You see me out, and then you wasn't 1,000% sure that I was in the company of somebody else. Could be another female company, but you don't know. Just it looked a little friendly, right? Do you feel obligated to tell Veronica?
Ooh.
Do you feel obligated to tell Brittany? Or do you check me?
I definitely check you. I definitely don't go to Veronica. Yeah. At the end of the day, you my sister. I love Veronica to death, but the way we've always rocked is, you know, we tell each other when we effing up, when we do wrong, when we this, we that. It would be up to you, because at the end of the day, I don't know what y'all got going on in y'all household. And it could have been your cousin. It could have been anybody. It could have been anybody. So for me to go to Veronica or be like, well, this is what I think, I just definitely don't believe.
But if you do run into somebody, that's for you to make that clear when you run into that person you ran into. So if I ran into you, I think that knowing I know Veronica, I think you should be like, oh yeah, this is my friend, so that I know it's probably nothing more than.
I know, I agree. I was just curious. I was trying to blow some steam off that last conversation. I know what you're gonna do. That's why I ain't even ask you.
Yeah, so you know I'll charge your ass up in a hot second. It'll say between that stuff, but you will hear a mouthful from me.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. Do we, for our lifestyles, do we feel discriminated on as black, gay females? Do you feel like you experience something
Overtly or covertly?
Discriminatory, either way.
Yeah.
Explain.
It's people are gonna fear what they don't understand, right? Like out of the three of us, I probably would get it a little bit more often, just because I think of like my mannerisms. People tend to look at me and think that I'm a little more aggressive than what I am because they really don't fucking know me and know that I'm a very sensitive and emotional person.
Very sensitive.
It's difficult, right? Because trying to break down a barrier for somebody to like look at you and know nothing about you but already make a judgment just based off of what I look like. It's difficult. Like even in work, you know what I'm saying? Like corporate America, it's hard to, not trying to talk down on white people. Sorry for all y'all white people that are listening, but I got to talk about y'all. People that are in a bubble, like they only see the world one way, and they're afraid to see their world like any different. Instead of trying to understand, they jump into assumptions and then they go back into their comfort zone, right? So it's like when they see me, they don't know how to treat me, how to talk to me. It's kind of frustrating, but whatever. Like I just try to make whatever is different about me stand out, especially when I'm at work.
Okay, so about you, you're very happy in the church, a black church at that.
She gets a pass.
Because your father's a pastor, right?
Absolutely.
But initially, before everybody knew, when you transitioned into, being out with it in public and, dressing differently, was that ever an effect on you? At church and home?
I don't think for other people it was an effect on them. It was more me in my head thinking that they had a problem. But I think the only difference is because I still attend a church that I kind of grew up in, I kind of left for college and then I came back in boy clothes. And it was like, oh, you're Brittany, like you're grown, like you're Brittany Vaughn, you're Ezekiel's daughter. So for a long time, just because I didn't attend church, I mean, I went to college and then I went overseas and I was in Minnesota. So I was gone for a while. And I don't think a lot of people put two and two together until I basically got back in the choir because I wasn't as consistent right away. So I think by the time they figured out, they still just associated me with the little Brittany Vaughn. They never, even now, they still think I'm younger than what I am. And I have to remind them I'm 30. All the time. It doesn't help that my dad calls me baby girl or...
I mean, you're his baby.
Yeah, come help me sing, baby girl. Like, that's how he refers to me. So I think sometimes people at church see me that way until they realize, oh, you're like driving, you bring someone to church with you. Like, you're not... You go to 8 a.m. church service and you sit by yourself. Like, I don't sit with my parents. So I do think in a sense I've gotten a pass, but in my brain I still subconsciously think because I can see the way they look at other people.
They're looking at me the same way.
Yeah.
But
they don't treat me any differently. Like they love me to death at the church, but I wouldn't per se think that they treat everyone like that.
Right.
I agree. I actually agree with that. Like they'll treat her a certain type of way, like with the same genuine love that they should treat anybody else.
Yeah.
But like if they were to see anybody else that was a little more, I hate the word stud, but I got to use it for this until I come up with another one. But studly, they probably wouldn't give her the same level of respect.
Right.
Just because they don't know.
Right.
Like they know Brittany because they've literally watched her grow up, but they don't know this next person. They don't know nothing about them.
And I think the perception of how they see other people, like they might see other gay people and think, oh, they're just visiting. When they look at me, they're like, oh, she grew up in the church. She comes from a good family. So I think they look at me differently because they know this is your background. You grew up here. You sing in the church. You came from a 2-parent home. Like they make this assumption of how I am based off of what they think they know.
Yeah.
Versus they see somebody they don't know. They probably think, well, maybe she was molested. That's why she dresses like a boy, or she this and that. They have two different perceptions, and it's not always fair.
Right. So what about y'all's families? How did that happen?
No, you ain't getting out of this.
What?
You ain't told if you've ever been covertly or overtly discriminated against.
I don't really believe I have. As far as regular life stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now, was it a big deal from college? Oh, yeah. It was talked about so much. Everybody contacted me, called me. It was like a big ordeal. But As far as being treated differently to my face, no. I know a lot of people had a lot to say about it behind my back, but majority of my friends I already pretty much knew. They could tell by how I acted, my mannerisms. I wasn't very feminine and girly. My line sisters always had to like dress me and put me in this or that. So it was not. I don't think it was a big shock, but it was gossip.
Yeah.
Some people talk about.
Yeah.
So, but as far as being discriminated upon, I don't think I've fully experienced that. Maybe at work I can say, but I won't talk about that yet. We'll talk about that in June.
That's cool.
After I am no longer working there. So,
Yeah, that's fine.
but so what about family wise? Y'all's fun family stories. How'd they take it?
I always used to say that I wish my mom was English's mom growing up.
That's funny. I used to say the same thing though, up until my mom found out it was gay.
Okay, now why? Why do you say that?
Because I used to think that English's mom, and it could have been because I'm on the outside looking in, I always used to think Miss Darlene just loved her regardless. Like,
And she did. The problem is that whenever she found out that I was gay, she didn't know how to react. So she overreacted, like flew up the cuckoo's nest and like hit a train. Like she was gone. Like I didn't talk to my mom for like 2 years after that.
When was this?
I was 18. When he was like 18 or 20. Yeah, I didn't talk to her for like 2 years. Like I moved out, basically. Kind of got kicked out, but whatever.
yeah. See, mine happened a little bit earlier. Like my parents pretty much found out when I was 16.
Yeah.
So
I remember that.
yeah, remember when I ran away and went to Lamar's?
I remember that.
Yeah.
What? Explain. The people don't know. I don't know this story.
So technically, obviously, I've been going back and forth. Like my mom, they knew when I was pretty much at Shepton. Like this was before I even got to Plano West. So I was obviously, Shepton was 9th and 10th grade at the time. So I was in 9th and 10th grade when I knew I was gay because I liked Courtney. Like I knew I was gay. Yeah. And I obviously used to have I didn't have to have a boyfriend, but I had a boyfriend to kind of like make them.
Girl, Carl.
First of all, Carl wasn't until then, but at the time, like 9th and 10th grade was Daniel Bridges.
Okay.
So, I know, poor Carl. So at the time, it was like, you know how you used to write letters to people? Mm-hmm. And, you know, I didn't wash my own clothes. I used to leave them in my pocket, not thinking that my mom was like reading them, and it was Courtney. Yeah, so I don't know. Basically, my mom confronted me about it or whatever. And then I was like, please don't tell my dad. Please don't tell dad. So she literally, I was like, I won't do it anymore. I won't. So she literally didn't tell him for like a month. Or it was something like a month or 2 months.
Hey, man, when you 15 years old, that month feel like a lifetime.
And I just remember like being on the phone and like hanging it up real quick. And my mom like hitting redial.
Man,
my mom used to be on it. And it was Courtney. At the time, like, as I got older, I always pretty much talked to Courtney. Pretty much my childhood, I talked to Courtney. Mm-hmm. So the crazy thing is, I could always hang out with English. And English was a freaking stud. I know we don't use that word, but she wasn't like dressing girly. She used to work right up the street from my house.
Still in high school, you just like a stud?
I don't know. At what point was it where you used to work up the street from my house? I was still in high school though, for sure, because you used to work up from the street from my house, and I would be allowed to go hang out with English. I could go to Big T. I could go anywhere with English, and it's because we grew up in church together. Our moms knew each other. My mom knew about Courtney, so I guess she didn't think English was an issue, but I'm not sure.
Your mom didn't know Courtney and English were friends?
I don't know if she put that 2 and 2 together. I don't know if she had that much information. But I definitely could hang out with English whenever. I could spend a night at English house. I couldn't spend a night at any other girl's house.
That is so weird.
Yes.
Oh, hell, so y'all was having just a big party. Bring Courtney
that's why I used to think your mom was like, I used to want your mom versus my mom.
That is, now I'm thinking about that, it's backwards. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we used to have fun.
Yeah, we did.
We had so much fun. Shit.
Okay, now yours.
What question am I asking? I'm sorry?
The whole coming out, family.
Oh, let me finish real quick. So, obviously, my brother and sister were in college, so I just remember my sister calling me talking about, yeah, mom said you were gay. I was like, okay. She was just like, well, just don't be gay in front of them. Like, you know how Ro is. She's like, just don't be gay in front of them. Be gay, but don't be gay in front of them. I'm like, I'm not gay in front of them, Ro. He's like, okay. And then, like, I went up to Fayetteville to see my brother's football game, and he was like, so I heard we like the same thing. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, okay. He was like, well, whatever makes you happy. So it's like my brother and sister, they were always fine about it. My parents were basically like Bible thumpers.
So how did your dad take it?
Definitely came in the room with the Bible, 100%, and read me the Bible verses of where it was wrong.
Of course.
And told me I need to pray and repent, and I was like, okay. And then
That shit hurts too, man.
So how does he feel now?
I mean, I think he feels the same, because when I got engaged to Lori, like, he called me and was like, we need to talk. Because y'all know, y'all were there. Like, my mom came, my dad didn't come.
Yeah.
But it's because I didn't invite my dad.
Yeah. You didn't want to tell your dad, I remember.
Yeah. So he called me and was like, yeah, so your mom told me all that food I made, what it was for. And
Girl, I forgot.
yeah. And
You had him in his kitchen slaving.
he was just like, so you need to come out to Plano. We need to talk. So then when I went out there,
Oh, God.
he was just like, I had to pray to God to figure out what I needed to say to you, because I didn't know. Like, he was like, I really didn't know what to say, because at the end of the day, you're my daughter, and I love you, but I have to tell you, I don't believe what you're doing is right. And he was like, I feel like if you love Lori, you wouldn't lead her down this road either. And he was just like, and I just told him, I was like, you know, even if I don't go down this road, I'm never going to be with a man. You're never going to walk me down the aisle with a man. I've never been happy. I would never be happy. And he was just like, well, you just have to search your heart. And I'm not telling you to be with a man, but what you're doing isn't right.
That's what I don't understand about the biblical and the religious aspect of it. It's like, I don't understand how you can condemn something that you don't understand, as if we have a fucking choice.
And at the time, like, there's this book that I read, but at the time, I didn't have enough balls to tell my dad, the sin that y'all like to condemn is the only sin that has to do with loving someone. If you pick out any other sin, if you pick out stealing, killing, cheating, all of those negatively affect someone.
Right.
But me loving the same gender is what God wants us to do anyway, which is love.
Yeah.
So you're telling me because I love a same sex, I am going to be condemned to hell? You can't make me believe that. You can't make me believe that a sin that doesn't negatively affect someone is going to lead me to a life of hell.
That's annoying.
And it's just, and with that, it's just, people are so keen on what the Bible says. That's just where that,
yeah, but
being somebody who grew up in a church as well, it's just like, you can't tell people about that, you can't tell Christians nothing about that Bible, honey. But nothing.
You can't use the same Bible and pick out certain contexts that you want to use to further your personal agenda. If you're going to follow the Bible, you're going to preach the Bible, I believe that you should do it for any and everything. You can't just pick out one passage and be like, you see this? You see this? It's right here.
But then they say the same thing about us.
Okay, but what about, if that's the case, let's take gay marriage, for instance, right? Mm-hmm. And people say that it's a union under God, yes? So why can atheists get married?
I've always said that.
They don't believe in God. So why can't legally they get married?
I've said that plenty of times. They don't have an argument against that. There's nothing against that. You don't have an argument against that.
I don't understand that.
If people just reject the unfamiliar, that's just what that is.
Mm-hmm.
You won't know someone's atheist unless they tell you. So you're not going to condemn their marriage because you don't know. You don't know that they don't believe in God unless they're very flamboyant about it. Us, I mean, you're going to be able to tell.
Right.
Like, it's like it's color of our skin. You're going to be able to tell. It's not a secret we can hide. Unless you're a femme or more feminine, it's not something you can walk through everyday life without people knowing.
Yeah.
Garbage.
You are. What was your question? Or are you ready to move on to the next?
No, you were about to tell your experience.
Oh, my coming out story?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I already graduated at this point. I was 18. And I remember me and my mom were talking. We're having a conversation. And usually me and my mom have a very open relationship. Like, we talk about any and everything. We talk about whatever, right? She was asking me about my friends. And she was like, oh, are they gay? I was like, well, yeah. She was like, what about there? Are they gay? So she's asking me, like, anybody that I've ever brought around. Mm-hmm. She was like, you have a lot of gay friends. All of your friends are gay. Are you gay? I was like, well, yeah.
And so she was like, "Oh my God, I have a gay daughter."
What?
So I'm like, that's the reaction I expected from her because that's how she talks.
Yeah.
But goddamn, 3 days later, I guess it like sunk in her head and it wasn't leaving, and then all hell broke loose. That's pretty much it. No, I'm just joking. No, so all hell broke loose, and 3 days later, she calls me downstairs. And after she knew about it, I was good. Like, I had on, like, a velour suit with my little rainbow necklace.
Oh my God.
Nigga.
So I came downstairs. She was like, "You're already dressing like a boy." I was like, okay. So my
That's funny.
dad's laying in the bed looking like, I'm really sorry that you're down here, but your mom obviously wants to talk, so whatever. So he just has this look on his face. I'm like, clearly you don't care, so let me just talk to you. She's telling me how wrong it is, how much she just doesn't understand, and it's wrong, kind of same thing you got. And my dad, he's still like, I mean, you know it's wrong. Why you doing anything? You know it's wrong. Well, I don't understand why you're doing it. That's all he kept saying. I just want to talk. Like, Dad, shut. Like, you don't care.
Yeah.
Like, you're just being supportive, and I respect it. But just stop talking. So after that, my mom comes upstairs with the Bible. Same thing. I was like, oh my God. It came to a point where she was just like, I would appreciate if you not talk about being gay. I have another daughter to raise. And so we got to back up before then. I think I told Brandy right after I told my mom. And I think that's probably why me and Brandy are so close now, because literally her reaction was, I don't care. Like, you're my sister, I love you regardless. And then after that, like, you know what I'm saying, everything changed for us since then. But like for my mom, like, it just, she went from, when I say like we didn't talk, like we lived in this under the same roof and we didn't speak to each other at all. And then yeah, that's when I kind of like went on this very downward spiral in life. I don't really want to talk about that. We talk about that at a later time. But that caused a lot of our fucked up spirals. You wouldn't know it now because she's such an advocate, which, you know what I'm saying, I definitely appreciate the 180 that she made because she's made a lot of progress. But yeah, back then it wasn't all good. Yeah. But nobody cared. Nobody cared like she cared. Like nobody else cared. I think it's because they already knew.
Yeah.
Like everybody already knew. So it's like, why are you so upset now? Like you could tell.
Yeah, it's funny. When I was in high school, my mom thought I was gay. You know, because me and my mom basically helped raise Liz. So Liz was very flamboyant about her being gay. Lord. When I was in high school, my mom thought I was dating a girl, and she wouldn't let me and this girl hang out or spend a night together. We played basketball. We were on the same basketball team. So I'm like, how you gonna let me avoid somebody that I play basketball with every day? Like, because I mean, we were real close, whatever. She thought that I was gay in high school, and I of course denied that. Because I saw how she treated Liz. She didn't treat Liz any differently. But, of course, then I realized later Liz was not her flesh and blood. So
right.
It made it, you know. And my mom always felt Liz was like that just because of the background she had. And, well, I mean, her and her mom are great now. But, you know, it wasn't the best scenario back then. So, you know, mom always felt like that was part of the reason as to why Liz was. But then, like, later on in life, when I told my mom through email, I was at work one day. Yeah, I told her through email, and I was basically like forceful with it. I was like, okay, I'm going to tell you, whatever.
This nigga said through email.
I was too scared to tell her in person.
Oh,
I know, I was too afraid.
Yeah, that is the worst double click I'm sure she ever had, but go ahead.
I feel like she already knew it, but whatever. So she was just like, I had the initial, you know, it's okay, I'll love you regardless, whatever. But, you know, as time passed, it was, you could tell she had a problem with it, but she didn't want to make it seem like she had a problem anymore. She wanted to seem like she had evolved from that because she wanted to seem open-minded, whatever. I think it was the conversation that me, her, Liz had in my living room, in her living room one day. Because Liz's mom was totally fine with it. And, like, that's what helped her, Liz and her mom get back close again because they had a horrible relationship as Liz was growing up. And this is something that helped her get back close with it. And this is what, I think these words to my mom from Liz is what helped her be okay with me. Liz was like, my mom, this lady was in the elevator with her mom and was like, your daughter's gay, whatever. And her mom was like, well, why do I care who she loves? As long as she's happy, that's all that matters.
Yes, Mom.
And, like, if you ever knew Liz's mom, like, that seemed like the most, like you would never in a million years think that would come out of her mouth. And so my mom was like, well, hell, if her mom is okay with it, you know, it must not be that bad of a thing. Because Liz's mom was like over the top. Like, everything. Like, and her, I guess that from that day forward, like everything was just cool. My dad's like saying they don't give a shit about shit. As long as I'm happy, whatever, you know, they cool with everybody. I have hair brought around them, so I mean that transition's always been easy. My grandma and me had to talk one day. Like my aunts always say crazy stuff. Like they're just goofy and whatever. But my grandma and me and I had to talk. Even my dad talked about it too. My grandma was just like, what makes you? It's like stuff questions you can't really explain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She was just curious. Like she just wants to know, like, what makes you love a woman? And I'm like, I don't know. What makes you love a man? Same shit. Like I don't really have an answer to those type of questions. And
Yeah, my
like,
grandma asked me that too.
yeah, I'm just be sitting there like, I mean, shit, what makes you want penis? Like, I don't know. What you like? I like what I like. Yeah, I didn't say, hey, one day I'll make up, let's like vagina today. Like, no. And I have people say, it's a choice. No, it's not a choice. It might be a choice to act on how we feel. We have no choice in how we feel. Nobody wants to go through life and not being able to act on how they feel. That's why so many gays, lesbians, whatever, kill themselves, because they feel like they have to live their life secretly and not be able to be themselves, and that's torture. Like that's just a torture. Mental torture. Yeah. And that's why some people kill themselves. And it's just like, I think when I'm done teaching, this has been on my mind a lot. You know, I already have a lot of other stuff going on, but I want to start a nonprofit for like gays and lesbian students or children, or because even the reason why I went into coaching was because when I was 14 or 15, I had nobody to talk to about it.
Yeah.
My kids, I mean, I know they're not supposed to talk to me about it, but they all do, and they have that in me, and it's gotten me in a couple of trouble situations, not multiple times. I just feel like that's a calling for me, like to be able to help them have somebody, because I didn't have that.
Yeah.
And so it's like when you realize you didn't have something like that, and you could be a lot of things that I went through as a kid, I can help them avoid. I mean, I isolated myself all throughout. Only reason why I was popular is because I played sports. I didn't go out. I didn't talk to people. I just had friends because I played basketball, so everybody knew me.
Yeah.
But outside of that, like, I really didn't come out of my shell until college to be able to help kids. And I know I'm a social person, so having to confine that for so long is like, it was terrible. Like, as a kid, it was horrible. I would just be in my room listening to music all day. After I came home from school, straight to my room. Having them have that outlet is a very big deal to me. I want to start a nonprofit after I'm done coaching to, still give them that outlet. Then this way, I don't got to deal with all the politics and all the extra BS that comes along with working in the public school industry. So
come on, Dory, come get on the mic.
Y'all want to hear my story? No,
of course.
I don't have a story yet.
Come on, Dory.
I don't have a story yet.
What's your coming out story?
I haven't came out yet.
I'm coming up.
Not to everybody.
I want the world to know.
No, I haven't really came out there. I haven't really. They know, but it hasn't been talked about.
How do you think they're gonna react?
They're probably gonna go crazy. I mean, I honestly, ever since like I started dating Brittany, I haven't really talked to my sister in it's probably been like a month now.
Why?
I really don't know. I mean, really, because she said some things to me that was kind of not really about Brittany, but kind of seemed like it was directed towards our relationship, and it was just something I feel like she owes me an apology. So until then, we don't have anything to talk about.
Are you and your sister close?
Yeah.
Y'all are close.
Yeah.
It's hard for you.
It is hard for me, but
I'm sure it's hard for her too.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is too. But I mean, we kind of like had a little small talk, but nothing like we haven't talked about the situation. But my mom is kind of like dealing with it the best. Like she's kind of just like, whatever, you're my baby, so it is what you want to do. But I think it's weird for them because it was kind of like, my whole life I've always dated men.
Yeah.
And then one day you wake up and be like, oh, Mom, I like this girl.
Girl, I was engaged to a man.
So I think it's definitely weird because you think for me, it's like, of course, they've probably had like high hopes of me getting married and all these things. And now it's like, so what now?
You still get married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's older?
I'm the baby.
You're the baby. Mm-hmm. So it's your older sister.
Older sister, yeah. Which is so weird because you would think that she would be the one, because like even before this, like she would always make small jokes before Brittany that I was gay. And and so whenever it would like come down to it, well, like whenever I kind of would just say a little small talk trying to prepare them that like, hey, she was like, well, I'll be the one to accept it, this and that if anybody, but no.
She wasn't.
Yeah, she was playing me.
Have you had prior interest in females before Brittany?
No, not really.
Look at you turning people out.
I gave up that life a long time ago. Fuck that shit. Fuck all that shit.
Did you turn me out?
Yes.
No.
What you call it?
Yeah, what you got?
Dory turned me out. She came on to me.
I did come on to her.
Did you?
I did.
So it made
How that happen?
yeah.
Story time.
Story time.
Let's see. Okay, so first off, Brittany's already have been like, she wasn't really flirty, but she give me this eye every time I come around. So, have y'all seen that eye?
I don't want to ever see that.
There's a problem.
She talks about these mysterious eyes.
She gives you these eyes, okay? So it kind of scared me. I was like, I didn't know how to take
This
it.
gay girl's trying to get at me.
But I was kind of like, I kind of liked it, but I never just acted on it. I would talk about it with certain people, but I would just never act on it. But I was always like, I would come to Dallas every now and then because we had mutual friends. One time, it was like Big Booty Jazz. It was her birthday, so I was like super excited because I haven't seen it. Like I've only seen Brittany prior, like to her birthday, maybe like 2 or 3 times. So I kept asking Jazz like, "Is Brittany gonna be there? Brittany gonna be there?" And she was like, "Yeah, Brittany's gonna be there." So the moment I walk in, I see Brittany. Of course, like
There's nobody else in the room, and they get
pretty much.
Right?
So I was like,
all that shit.
I know. So I was kind of. She really didn't see it, but I was definitely flirting with her because like they had like name tags like on the table. So I'm like, Brittany, I didn't see her name tag like nowhere. So I'm like, here, Brittany, you can sit right here, So I grabbed the name tag and set her by me. But I was just like small talk. So later on that night, they brought the bottles of Hennessy.
And that's when the real that hitting got it. Hey, what's that phrase? Everybody straight and to wet.
But they brought the bottle of Hennessy out, and I had a few shots. We were definitely turning up, and somebody said, "All right, Jasmine was like, let's have a 4-way kiss." I'm looking like, wait, what? Okay.
Great story.
So we all went in.
Who's the fourth person? That's
Christy.
Oh, okay.
So I don't really remember kissing any of them, to be honest.
You just
I just remember after
you can't miss them big ass lips.
I just remember like after we finished kissing, I looked at Brittany and she was looking at me, and I must have just grabbed her and just started like making out with her or whatever. And
Go
then,
for what you want.
and then I think we were like caught off guard from it, so then I wanted to make it a little less awkward.
My nigga.
Hey, I do.
This is great. Go for what you want to do.
But pretty much, we left. Well, I left Dallas the next day, and
Wait, had y'all exchanged numbers?
we already
had,
like Brittany will send me small text messages like randomly, like even like from the moment we met, and I don't even know how we got each other's numbers, Snapchat or anything. She would like send me like small text messages like, "Hey, just thought about you, just seeing how you doing, hope all is well," or whatever.
And trying to put in the
She would.
No, like for real, like it would just be random.
It would be so random.
So
and I
I would
probably
just
wouldn't
ask
respond
her
for like, I would respond like hours later. I would respond, but I didn't mean
like
to.
sometimes she wouldn't even respond.
I wouldn't mean to though. It was just like, I wouldn't mean to. It's just like,
Or she would be like, she would text the next day like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, I didn't hit send" or something like that.
yeah, like it would just be.
Oh, you light skinned.
I would be like,
No.
I would be like, whatever. She'd be like, "I'm serious." I'm like, whatever.
No, it'd be so serious that I really didn't mean to. But pretty much after the birthday party, I don't even know how long it was like afterwards. It was probably like a month after, huh?
So, hold on. When is this time? Because the first time I seen you was at Park Ave, yeah?
That was my birthday weekend.
It's your birthday weekend.
That was my birthday weekend.
You didn't come out, Negro.
Oh, because the show, you got them right. I don't fuck with Park Avenue. No.
We had fun though.
We had fun.
I know y'all told me.
That's
great.
Yeah.
That's
But
great.
Okay, that was your birthday weekend.
that was my birthday
Okay,
weekend.
so what's the time?
Oh, because I remember this. I was like, who?
Okay, so pretty much she came to Oklahoma in
Me and
November,
Big
a
Booty
week
Jazz.
before Thanksgiving. She came to Oklahoma, and I mean, we were completely like friends. Like we had like pretty much we never talked about that kid like ever. So
weird.
So I know. So but like she came to Oklahoma. She'll still give me these eyes, okay? And they were like staying at my house, and what?
Nothing. Talking about these eyes.
They're there. And we pretty much, okay. Do you want me to tell me the truth?
Yes.
Tell the truth. Okay. Okay, no, this is really we just played like Truth or Dare.
Oh.
And no, it didn't get that nasty.
It didn't get bad like that.
It did.
Because Jasmine, we were
Jasmine
playing
was
Truth or
there.
Dare with like Jasmine.
Yeah.
We got you.
So a lot of people were doing Dare. No, a lot of people were doing Truth though. So it was whack. It was definitely whack. So pretty much from that moment to Park Avenue. So that weekend I came to Dallas, and then I was in Dallas like every weekend. So the day with Park Ave, it was kind of like a weekend where I was like telling Brittany like, okay, I'm gonna come down there. I'm not gonna tell anybody I'm coming. It's just to spend some time with you, you know, like pretty much get to know each other like one-on-one.
Oh.
As friends?
As friends?
Well,
Kind of. So this is the thing. Even after I went to Oklahoma with Jasmine, we still didn't have we didn't even talk about Truth or Dare. We didn't, we had kissed since Park Ave. After Truth or Dare, we had kissed. She like straddled me, like it was like, yeah, like she was. It
was a lot of playful.
Yeah, it was playful.
Like, it was definitely playful.
But even once I like woke up the next Sunday, and me and Jasmine back, like we didn't talk about it. We didn't.
I was over here like, Jasmine, what did she say? But she probably wasn't like that in the car. But whenever I did come out here though for Park Ave, it was supposed to be, you know, one-on-one, and I didn't really know they were throwing me like a surprise. So we really didn't have that one-on-one.
Yeah.
So you was low-key mad about that.
I mean, I had a great weekend, but I was definitely wanting it to be just us. But it didn't happen that way, and then ever since then, I just been out here. Or she would come to Oklahoma, and I would come back out here, and then it happened to be this now.
Aww. Go for what you know, Dory.
Go for what you grown, girl.
So yeah, that's our story.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
So you gonna talk to your sister?
When she apologized. But the thing about it, like,
Can I ask you what she said, or is it like something you wanna?
I don't even know what she said.
You don't have to. It's fine.
yeah, it was. I mean, it was just so much. It really was so much.
That's no problem.
Which I mean, I don't know if they'll ever accept it. Maybe they will later on. I know they will. Once they meet Brittany, they'll understand. Only people that I've ever just been super worried about is my grandparents.
Yeah.
Because they pretty much raised me. So the last conversation I've had with them, I came over to their house to go pick up my mail, and I can just tell they was acting kind of weird. My grandma was kind of just standing like to herself in the back, and my papa comes out. He was like, Dory, I want to talk to you. Well, no, first off, I didn't even know he knew I went to Dallas. So I know they all talking, but nobody's talking to me.
Yeah.
So he's like, so you get back from Dallas today? I was like, yeah. And he was like, okay. He's like, well, we're going to have a talk. And I was like, what we going to talk about? And he was like, we're going to talk. I've been praying every day, talking to God. And I was like, you don't have to pray for me. And then I just kind of like walked out.
Why do they do that? Like, what is that?
And I haven't talked to him
since.
since.
That you ain't gay no more. What? Are you praying for your other grandkids because they fucking? Are you praying for your other grandkids because they lying? Are you praying for everybody else because they stealing? Like, I can't stand that. Like, that's all this shit they be caring about. That drives me crazy. Like, my God, you mad about who I love? This person over here robbing somebody,
Right?
Actually affecting somebody else's life in a negative manner. Why y'all? I do not understand that.
That's what love and peace.
I need.
But I definitely want to make the call. I just don't know how.
Hey, girl.
Well, no, to my grandparents.
I don't know about that.
Veronica, she can wait. My grandparents, I definitely want to make the call.
Surprised they ain't called you.
That's the thing about it.
Yeah.
They don't know
So
what to say
I'm
either.
So
They don't know
so
what to say
basically
either.
in Oklahoma, it's a small family. Like, I mean, not necessarily a small family. I'm sorry, but small community. Like, everybody talks to everybody, kind of thing.
It just depends on what part of Oklahoma.
Right.
No, I'm talking about her. Your instance.
No, like,
Everybody
yeah,
talks to
it's
everybody.
like my family or just period, Oklahoma.
Both and all.
Yeah, super small. Because even like 2 weeks ago, somebody I don't even post on social media like that. Like all I really do, like only thing I'm on is like Snapchat really. But like somebody like went to my sister and was like, I heard Dory lives in Dallas, and then was like, I heard she's a lesbian, and I'm thinking to myself like, yeah, like I mean I've heard it like twice, and I'm just like, who is talking? I have no.
Wait, you don't got nothing on Snapchat that says that?
No.
Or shows anything like that?
Jasmine said I'm real gay on Snapchat though.
Who you be on Snapchat?
Yeah, who
gay
you
with?
gay with?
With Brittany.
Oh, and us.
And probably with y'all too.
I mean, we look.
We be on your Snapchat?
Y'all
Yeah.
Damn, I don't remember.
She
I
making
watch it all the
we
time
making
and shit.
cameos.
I just look at everybody's snaps all together. So
yeah, I
it's
put
like,
y'all on my Snap.
oh, well, hell, that's why they
Yeah,
know
we
you gay,
got
girl. What you
cameos
mean?
and
Shit, they don't know if you see us on there. Everybody in Dallas know us.
Actually, you
so
can kind
shit.
of pass a little bit. You see me, it's a wrap. You can pass.
Nigga, how? Everybody know. Who don't know?
You can pass.
But just taking the camera, on you think they would know?
No.
Yeah. How many girls,
I think so.
I think so.
Really?
I mean, I don't think they would be like she a nigga stud, but I don't think they
think I'm straight. They're not gonna.
Oh yeah, I hear you that.
So wait, what are y'all? Are y'all studs or no?
I'm not a stud.
I hate that word.
So what do you like to be called?
Brittany.
Just Brittany.
Well, I'm not a stud.
Yeah, I don't. To me,
so you're just lesbians.
I hate that word too.
Do you like the English language?
No, all right. Listen, when I think of stud, I think of I picture like a old ass fat lesbian woman that walks around with her strap on and draws on a mustache. That's what I think of a stud. Yeah, and you look like as soon as you go home, you take off your work shirt and got a wife beater on. It's just a very ugly.
Now, back in the day, how she used to dress, stud. For sure. I don't know how I ended up
First
on your page
of all,
on
it was 2006.
Facebook. I don't know how I ended up on your Facebook page looking at old pictures of you. Oh, me and Don were talking about you having kinky twists. They were not dreads. We're not going to get started right now. Anyways, so I was trying to show her the picture of the kinky twists.
They were dreads.
They were not fucking dreads, nigga. We had the same hairstyle, bitch. They were not dreads.
I don't know what you had.
There's pictures on Facebook.
Okay, let's call them dreads.
They were not.
Okay, let's just call them
dreads. We're not
dreads.
going to lie like that. I already said enough.
Let's just call them kinky dreads.
We're gonna meet in the middle. Okay. And I wanted to screenshot and send it to her so bad, but I was like, I want her not looking on her page today. Because literally happened today. Because I never go to your Facebook. And I was going through your pictures trying to find this picture of you and these damn kinky, whatever, dreads. Call these hoes. And she had these big, huge, humongous, size 45 pants on. And I was like, bruh, I am so glad.
Starts crease. Remember?
She used to start her pants. I was around.
Remember when you used to be like, they gotta stand up.
They gotta stand
up. She would use a whole bottle on a pair of pants.
She used to make her own starch.
I did. Stapler.
Yep, I remember that. Oh my god. Oh, I wish you could go back to our childhood.
If you saw pictures of how she used to dress, you'd be like, bruh.
All I used to do was watch Baby Boy. He starts my clothes.
His pants weren't even as big as yours. Hey, Baby Boy, your pants were fucking huge, y'all. I'm like,
they weren't
bruh.
that big.
Dory, I'm gonna show you the pants.
That shit is so funny.
Dory, them hoes are so big. I'm like, my nigga, I'm so glad you stopped dressing like this.
I was studying for no reason.
Now that's a stud.
Did you wear baggy pants, Penny?
Baggy pants? Never in life.
No.
Never.
Brittany, you did.
Yeah, but
remember when we used to wear them leather?
I used to. Why do y'all say y'all? Y'all left me out.
I had a pair. One pair.
You had a pair of them leather shirts? Oh,
yes.
God.
I think mine were black, blue,
and white.
royal blue, and black and white. I think we had the same pair.
Yeah.
But I 100% had those pants.
Oh,
shorts.
God.
We're so ugly.
Yeah.
So bad.
First off, let's look at this picture.
What, that's a terrible picture.
I don't care about that. What is it? Look at the hairstyle.
Those are dreads.
Don't lie. Don't fucking lie. What are those?
Those are dreads.
Bro,
I told y'all.
Okay, we're in the same. Here's a picture of. Don't look at this picture. We have the same fucking hairstyle.
Dreads.
Mine just more curly than hers.
Okay.
Look like dreads to me.
These are not.
Kinky dreads. That's what we gonna call them. Y'all both win.
Nigga was really trying to act like she had some dreads. Oh my gosh. No, where's that picture that I saw of you earlier with them big ass? Look at this nigga. Braids look like a boy.
I used to rock them braids.
Oh, I remember that. That's Bieber's.
That's definitely Sue's.
That's Sue's, nigga.
It wasn't no Beamers back then. What are you talking about?
Make sure you know your geographical location.
You know,
Why you always trolling?
He's the biggest troll ever in life. It made me so mad. Hold on, let me find. I don't know where that picture was.
Oh, that's just scroll up to the top. That's where we are now. This is where we are, people.
No, I need Dora to see these shorts. Like I need her to see these.
So answer this question: if you were to see us in a picture, and then obviously you spent a decent amount of time for us, does it match what you think we would be like?
That's a good question.
No. How do you think we would be?
Because Brittany's really kind of girly, but not saying like you look like, but you don't dress like a girl.
Uh-huh.
So if I see any of y'all probably in the picture, I'll be like, okay, they're studs. Like, that'll be the first thing I thought.
Even me?
No, she said no. She's asking when you see us, how we act, does it match our personalities?
Does it match y'all's personalities, like how y'all act?
Yeah.
From what I see in the picture.
Yeah. Okay, so she showed you a picture before you met me,
how y'all are now.
Yeah.
No, definitely not.
In what way?
I mean, I don't think that. Let me see a picture first. Let me look.
This is funny too. This is the one that just popped up. That's what you were scrolling.
Well, no. If I see this picture, I'm like, this is definitely y'all.
Now, because you know.
Yeah, like now that I know y'all, so I
But
don't know
if you
if I
were
can
to see
but I
that,
don't know if I can. I mean, just because I know y'all, it's kind of like I don't really like if I see that. I mean, because y'all all like that does match y'all's personality.
Yeah, so if you saw one of us not doing anything, I cannot find this picture.
Let me see if I can find an old picture of us, like an older.
That picture with them parents, dude. When did you do this?
Sins in my fucking past.
When did that happen?
I don't ever remember that.
You shaved the side of your head?
When was that?
First of all, are you done?
No! Where the fuck were we? What? This definitely came me where
So
I
I asked Brittany the other day that like whenever I was on the not social media, but probably Shade Room or something. But I saw the like Disney air like they first gay kiss.
Oh yeah, I saw it with the gay
What do
shit.
you think about that though? Like, would you want your kids to like that young? Because I know how old I was watching Disney.
I mean, okay.
Okay, so tell me this. You can say would you want your kids watching that, but if you're in a same-sex marriage, your kids would see you in that, so it wouldn't be as foreign to them.
Yeah.
So it would be hypocritical for me to say I wouldn't want my kid to see that, but yeah, I can.
They see it.
Their parents are same-sex.
So you think it's okay now for them to start putting that in like cartoons?
I think
You think
if
they
you're
should?
gonna show heterosexual couples, then you can show homosexual couples. Only because we live that life, we know like it's really not a difference.
So what's the difference in them seeing it on TV versus them being in the mall and see two women or two men holding hands?
Right.
Because it's
a part of the norm.
becoming more of the norm for them to see it. Back in the day, or even 5-10 years ago, it was kind of taboo, and people wouldn't be out in public doing it. But now you can go to a restaurant and be sitting right across from a family, and me and you gonna still be sitting on the same side, kissing and doing whatever. So how? I'm not saying it's right, but then again, how do you? It's like trying to guard your kids.
It's crazy
from,
how like TV like changes though. Like when you think about it, because you remember like when I Love Lucy first came out, and like they were sleeping in two separate beds.
Oh yeah.
On TV, and then like now it's like you have two gay people or
Like,
a cartoon with like gay people kissing.
Is that accurate to our personalities?
Definitely.
Yeah, because I'm always the only one smiling.
I usually
And then
smile.
I look at y'all. Stand up 1 second.
I smile too.
And then I look at y'all and be like, why didn't y'all tell me y'all weren't smiling? Every single time. Like y'all, like I can't help
And
it.
even that was accurate to our personalities too.
I just don't like smiling pictures because it makes my face look fatter.
This is funny.
Yeah,
Look at this
that's y'all.
picture.
This is us.
Yeah, that's funny.
Man,
I miss
yellow
my hair.
pants. I can't tell you
Dang.
no more.
Every time I see pictures of my hair, I get sad. So don't show me anymore.
Okay.
Y'all are cute though.
Well,
Are
Y'all
we?
still are. Y'all are.
I am so mad that I cannot find this picture of you in these damn big ass. I was so mad earlier today. I was like, nigga. I wanted to screenshot of my shit have, but I didn't want you to know I was trolling on your page. God damn it.
Fucking stalker.
I had to show. I was trying to show Diamond that
My dreads.
your non-dreads, nigga. Fucking
Dreads.
kinky twist.
The dreads.
Bro, you wanted them to be dreads.
I did.
They were kinky twists.
I mean, potatoes.
Oh, you let them in so long. You let them have a dread, nigga.
See, look at that. Look at that right there. Look, slow down.
Those are kinky
Those are
twists.
dreads. Look at that. Look at them dreads. Look at that.
Dread.
Thank you,
Yep. Yep.
Dory.
Dory, yeah. None of us kinky twists. God damn it.
You know what?
All over.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do.
What?
We're gonna let the audience decide. Okay, we're gonna post this picture underneath this post of this episode, and we're gonna let them decide if they're
The
dreads.
only reason why they're not kinky twists is because you just didn't curl the ends and dip in water. That's the only difference. Otherwise, these are kinky twists, my nigga.
No, they're dreads.
Okay. Now we start.
I think I know what I had in my hair.
I think I know the person who did them, and I know what she said they are.
I mean, to be honest with you, you really can't trust
The
a lot
person
of
who
what
did your
people
hair.
say if they don't know what they're talking about.
It's the person who did your hair. You trust somebody that don't know what they're talking about do your hair? That doesn't make sense.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Why did you put?
I did, I gotta. Well, let me see.
Damn, I'm so
I didn't-
mad I can't find this fucking picture. I'm not about to scroll this. I'll find it later.
Are we talking jeans?
Are we talking jeans?
These are huge shit. I was so
Are we
mad.
talking tits?
And I didn't go through all your albums either because I was like, I'm not doing that. Mobile uploads, maybe? Nope, I didn't go through these for sure. This is great. This damn sweater is a hot ass mess.
Let me see.
Your titties were huge. My
I
God,
know, man. That's so big. I want to get another reduction too, but
What? That's pointless. Why didn't you just do it all at once?
Exactly.
I didn't think that was gonna grow back.
What?
They grew back.
No.
They're not as big as they were, dude.
Yeah,
Stop it.
They grow back.
Yeah, but they're not as
How old were
nearly
you
as
when
big.
you had it?
How I had like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're
But I did hear they can grow back. That's probably why you should go a little small.
B lost a lot of weight too.
Footage.
Veronica.
Yeah, she did. You have to like scroll.
But I found a few.
I know, but I don't think it was on here either. It didn't take me as long to find this. I was at the basketball game when this happened.
Anyways, y'all ready to get up out of here?
Hell, it's 2 o'clock.
I did not realize it was 2 a.m.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Right. All right. Well, anyways, this concludes the Between Friends podcast. Tell them where they can find you. What's y'all's Twitters? What's y'all Instas? What's y'all's Facebook?
Brit25 Brit BRITT25 BRITT for everything. That would be BV.
I'll change my Instagram name often, so I'm not even gonna give it to y'all because it probably won't be the same thing in a couple weeks. Because my kids be trying to find my Instagram all the time, and it's just too much of a hassle. Students, not my kids. I don't have kids. But my Snapchat has not changed, and it is obey, like OBEY, the THEPEN. Obey the pen, like obey the penny. Just cut off the knee. So obey the pen.
And you can find me at I_mix_ the letter N THASIT. I'm mixing that said on Insta.
And if you're feeling down at the moment, don't feel defeated. Just know that your current struggle is not doing nothing for you but shaping your future. So never feel defeated.
So thank y'all for being here. We out this bitch.